We should be good. Fuck, how do I start this? I'll introduce everyone. We got A-Dog here. Do you want me to go by our, like, government names?
Our government name?
Like your IRA.
I don't care.
This is A-Dog, also known as Anthony.
Hello.
We got Edgelord, also known as CJ.
Yeah, don't put my government name out there.
Yeah. This is Hank99, also known as Henry.
Yeah, social security number is
And then I am Centipede, but people call me Centi online, and was it through school? Everyone knows me as Joel. So there's that.
Yay.
Yay! Yeah. So today's subject for this podcast is influences and inspirations. I would love to hear your guys' your guys' definition of this. Who wants to start?
So the definition of inspiration is when you get a bonus D4 for when your bard gives
Oh my
inspiration to the party.
That's for the D&D podcast. What are you doing?
Oh shit! Fuck, wrong podcast.
All right. You guys were going off earlier, so like.
But, okay, so am I
so,
just we just taking the floor how we want it, or
Kind of.
Do you want to
Like,
do it
for-
where-
So like, what would be your version of inspiration? Like what? Like definition wise, like is it?
Alright. So inspiration to me is something that somebody, doesn't have to be anybody in specific or somebody with some kind of power or following, but somebody does something that makes me want to follow in that kind of footstep way, where it's just like I want to better myself or do something similar to what that person has done for me.
Right. Okay.
That's how I look at it.
What about you guys?
I zoned out, so I don't know if I'm repeating him.
It's
But
go for it.
what do you want to know first? Like
What is your personal
the
definition?
definition of inspiration, not
Yes.
influence yet.
Yes, we're gonna start with inspiration.
It's something that inspires you. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Almost the same thing as him. It's a goal you're looking to achieve, and it's pushing you forward to achieve that goal.
Okay. What about you, Henry?
I feel like there are two things that go hand in hand, because you can be inspired by somebody and that influences your decisions, and then
Yeah, I like that.
you can influence something which inspires other people. So it's kind of it's a similar ideology, but the difference between them is that not everything that is inspirational influence you,
Right.
and
You can be influenced by little things.
yeah, and then not every influence is gonna inspire.
Right.
It might even have, well, I see inspiration as like positive, and I don't know what a negative of inspiration would be, or what the antonym or whatever
So
it is.
I want to be a serial killer, and Jeffrey Dahmer's my inspiration.
Okay,
You don't see anything.
okay,
Yeah.
that's a negative. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Well, to go off of
It's
what
from
that said,
perspective.
yeah. To go off of that, I would see influence as more of like kind of a toxic trait in a way, because like, let's be honest, we're all on fucking TikTok all the time watching all this stupid
hell yeah.
shit, and like that kind of just gives us a bad influence, because I'm being influenced by that to just keep watching and then doing the stupid memes, talking to my friends, just bringing it up and influencing it and bring that kind of, to me, kind of toxic
Right.
like interactions to my friends group. But none of that really inspires me to go and do what they're doing, because like TikTok's great, it's great entertainment,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I would never want to be a
Inspired
TikToker.
other people that become TikTokers and do things of that nature.
Yeah, but then we have that really fucking bad like
Then it's
trend
just
where there's so many
cringe.
fucking things. Yeah, it gets cringe after so many people copy so many people, or just copies of copies. They're just influenced, we'll use the buzzword, influenced to do that kind of shit.
Okay,
But
so
The opposite of inspiration is discouragement.
okay.
this
Discouragement.
Hmm.
Wow, I feel that every day of my life.
Yeah.
But no, but like as going off of you saying like going from inspiration to influence, like so my definition for inspiration is just like something emotionally drives you to do a task or like to complete some kind of action, while influence is like being physically motivated to do it. Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
No. So
I'll
like
be honest, I don't get
So,
You're
that
like-
one,
saying
but-
like
like,
you're saying
let's
like
say-
inspiration's a mindset.
yes. So like let's say I am just
Oh,
scrolling through
okay.
TikTok or Instagram because I do illustration a lot, and it's like, wow, the way this dude did this art piece or the way he like recorded himself drawing this makes me feel like I should go and draw, and like that inspires me, like that gets me kind of pumped, you know?
Gives you like
Or-
the motivation to go ahead and
Oh,
do
yeah.
that.
Right, emotionally. So like a perfect example, when we play Overwatch and we say shove it down their throats,
Yeah.
I'm inspired to keep going. You know? But
Yeah, dude.
while influence is just like per se, like I see that, and instead of just me feeling that emotion, I just straight go and do it.
Yeah, I think, well, based on how you just described it, I feel like influence is kind of more of an energy then. Because,
Yes.
like, if I'm hanging out in a Discord that I'm not, like, super familiar with, but I feel everyone's talking a certain way,
Right.
I'll start talking that way just to, like, fit the tone, fit that energy, and just kind of go with what the vibe is currently. But, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of, like, what my thought process is on that, and that's how it just hit me at that.
Okay. What about you guys?
What?
What is your
For what?
idea
What are we
of
talking
influence?
about?
Because there's also
When you're talking about being influenced in a situation like Discord or something, I feel like instead of being inspired to act a certain way, it's almost a discouragement.
really.
And I know, because I know we're talking about inspiration and influence, but when we talk about it in a sense where it changes how you interact, I feel like it's almost it could be seen as a discouragement or encouragement with context.
Okay.
I find it kind of like. You guys know the difference between effect and affect?
Yeah, kind of.
Why would you
Kind
even say something like that?
Because Henry knows this for sure because of school.
No, I
No?
stay away from it at all costs. I hate that.
An engineer's weakness? Question
So
mark.
let me see.
Effect is direct and affect is indirect, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
So
Yeah.
if you think about it, it's kind of the same thing, kind of not. When you're inspired, you've got a goal.
Right.
The influence is just the things along the way that changed your road to the goal.
Like it affected you.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm. And you're saying that.
And then at the end, the influence is how all that affected one another.
Yeah. Because it's not directly changing your motive, but it is changing how you interact with certain things.
Right.
Based on what you've seen and what is like you've been desensitized to, essentially.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I'd say an influence is.
Okay. I also believe like influence is like, how do I say it? Like I even have the definition right up here too, which is kind of true. It like influences affects like your behavior or like your personality, kind of thing, which is very true. Because for me, what influences me is like the music I listen to, the clothing I wear. You know, like I grew up listening to the Gorillas, and like lately the way I dress is between like either tech wear or like flannel and some khakis, you know.
Okay.
What
a fit.
What a fit, you know.
What a fit.
What would you guys consider like your influences then? Like what?
so-
What is
like
your?
what influences me personally?
Yes.
What do you mean? Just living life influences
Living
you,
life.
bro.
Yeah,
Okay, but
I-
like, what would you
I feel
describe?
like it's such a large thing to ask,
Yeah,
you
it's a
know, because
broad
there's
term.
Yeah.
so
All right.
many parts of your
I think I
personality.
understand what he's trying to ask, but like,
Yeah.
what physically, or well, not physically, what actually just influences my life is mainly gaming culture. It really depends on like what the new game is, and then the game that I'm hard stuck on, playing League of Legends every day. Like the culture that comes behind that, which is sad to say that League of Legends has its own culture, but it's very toxic.
Toxic. Yeah.
It's very, I don't know. That's one of the things that like influences me, and especially depending on how I played that day, it will really change my mood going forward and how I then influence other people that are directly related or influenced by what I'm saying. Because like
Right.
if I have a really bad game and I'm getting dumpstered, I'll be pissed off. I'll walk out, grab a beer. My roommates will be like, "Oh, hey, how was your game?" I'll say, "Fuck you," slam the door in their face, walk
Yeah.
back to my room. But like if I have a really good game, I'll go outside. I'll play a game of pool with my girl. We'll hang out. We'll have a good day, good time. Still grab a beer, but we'll still be good.
Right. Okay. See, and that influence also like you being into like the gaming. If you look at your room, for example, like you'll see some gaming shit lying around. Like that's your personality at this point.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Because like I also think of like like going back to inspiration, like it's things that I like, but only to kind of look at. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. So that's where I would derive or divide them, because something that would inspire me. It's gonna sound really weird how I'm gonna say it, but what inspires me is Jackie Chan and Will Smith.
I'm gonna look at both of them right now. I know
Jackie
who they
Chan
are.
and Will Smith, they have done everything. They have been on TV. They have been in movies. They have both been singers. They're both in video games. They've both been voice actors. Even
Will
Jackie
Smith's
Chan,
been in video game.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
What game?
I'm
The
pretty
Will
sure he was
Smith
in Def Jam.
experience.
Then
No.
there's another one that he was in too. The Men in Black games he's been in. There was one other one that he was in.
Oh yeah.
It was for the one with his son Willow. I forget which one it is. But
Spell
yeah,
it.
they've
Isn't Willow
all
the
done.
girl?
We
Hey,
don't.
wait,
let's,
what?
let's not get
Maybe-
into that.
Jaden.
Jaden Smith.
But yeah, but either way, so like they've done everything, every media. Them made memes. They're all over the place. They're all over the map, and I like that kind of inspires me. That's why I kind of dabble in TikTok. I know I said I don't want to be a TikToker and everything, but like it's just, to double back, it's just kind of I want to have my name concreted in like how the world is. I want someone to remember me for, oh, A-Dog, that guy, he did this. Oh, I remember him because he was a cool guy that did something. Like,
Right.
that's always been my inspiration to want to be. And that's why, like, especially back in the day, Senti, like, about a year ago when I was so big on VR chat. I was just trying to make I was just trying to make a name for myself. And that's kind of, and I'm still kind of concrete in the DGen community for, like, I'm that myth, that legend that existed.
It's very true.
Like,
Well,
So that's something
like
that really
in your
inspires me.
experience, in your experience, you want to be like somebody that wants to inspire other people, or
Yeah.
you want to have like a legacy that people look
Like
up
I
to.
want to, yeah, I want to. So like how I said, like Jackie Chan and Will Smith, they inspired me to be that person that wants to be that kind of legend, like a person that other people can look up to and want to also spread their own experiences across off whatever multimedia that they want to do.
Okay.
That's just kind of been like my thing that I've been like trying to do, but like not really going to it because I'm influenced by all this toxic culture of everything else.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of weird to like express right now because I've never really thought about it before this topic.
Yeah. See, it gets you thinking. So
I think about people who inspire me a lot.
okay.
Like, I feel like you, to understand who you are, you have to understand who your influences are and who's inspiring you, who do you look up to and want to be like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There are people who, I was just having a conversation last night with my roommate about it. We were talking about how there are people in your life with the purpose of being a mentor
Okay.
to inspire you or to guide you or to whatever that position needs to be filled in your life. And there's like countless people, like, you know, like at a job, you'll have a boss or somebody who inspires you to do better, a coworker to look up to or something like that.
I wish I had a boss. That
But
inspired me.
what if you're
When you're,
inspired by something negative?
I
Oh.
mean, that's the thing too, and it all depends on perspective. Because if you're standing on, you know, it's a really worn out it's a really worn out comparison. But think about Nazis and how people who align themselves with being Nazi in
Oh,
Germany
that
were
is-
nationalists, and they were like, look at how much good we're doing to become nationalists, and now we're supporting the, you know, Germany. And that's perceived as good. You're inspired to want to be like him, and you think
Well,
that's positive. But you know, now we have the context of history and time, and perspective changes after, you know, after years. So now we look back and we see that as negative because it crossed a line.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know, it
So,
changed axis.
to follow up
Literally.
with that, so could inspiration ever be negative?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like
what do you
no,
mean?
like going off of like the Nazis things, they
You
thought
mean-
they were doing the right thing, but
Mhm.
like, could you ever, like personally, like, could I inspire Senti to murder someone?
Yes. Well.
wait a minute. Wait,
I'm
hold on.
joking.
That's like a mindset though.
Yeah.
You're
'Cause I
not
feel
gonna
like-
you're not gonna get someone who's stable minded to murder someone. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty.
But like, so
stable-minded.
like, if I inspired Senti to murder somebody,
Okay.
let's just go with this. This is the only way I think I can describe it. So I inspired him to murder somebody, but he didn't feel okay with it. He did it anyway because he felt like that's what he needed to do, but it doesn't sit right with him. Wouldn't that be more of an influence than an inspiration?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So again,
So
Because it's not
oh,
it's
that-
not really that he's something he wants to do. You kept pushing it on him, so,
So
you're
you-
just influencing him through peer pressure.
through
Right.
yeah, that or inspiration. Like he inspired me to do this, so I'm influenced.
Yeah,
to
but
go.
if it doesn't sit well with you, can it truly be an inspiration?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think inspiration could be negative personally. Perspective to perspective, what Hank was saying before. I think it can only be like inspiration can only be positive to oneself.
I just think of gaslighting at this point.
Well, yeah.
But gaslighting would be influence. I think gaslighting would be influence because you're pushing
Yeah.
your perspective on someone else,
Mhm.
and they may do it, but it might not sit right with them or resonate with them. I think inspiration has a lot more to do with resonation with a person's like perspective.
Yes.
I'm like,
perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, that's kind of what I was trying to explain. I'm bad at explaining stuff, so
you're fine.
You know?
Yeah, you got us there. We got the words out.
like CJ, what would you consider your inspiration? Because I have a couple things in mind that I would think does inspire you,
Inspire me what?
like to keep going
Like
to work,
to keep going to work and stuff?
keep going to work.
Money,
keep doing-
bro. Money
Well,
gets me more stuff. If
I
I,
was-
get more stuff, I'm
Wow,
cool, bro.
I was thinking
I'm
more of your
chilling.
son. You know,
Oh,
like-
yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, he inspired me to like do well for him. I mean, yeah, because if I didn't have my son, I probably wouldn't be a plumber or nothing.
yeah, but like
I'd probably
that-
be. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably be on the streets doing bad stuff.
So and your son inspires you to not do dirty shit. Then you know.
But yeah. He,
Alright,
he
so-
inspired me to be a good man, so that he's got a good representation to follow. I don't want him to grow up and be a man that doesn't know how to treat like women or people in general.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could follow that because, like, I mean, I don't have a kid or anything, so I don't
got a
get
dog.
that. But I do have a dog. But I think what kind of keeps me going to work is just because, like, you know the situation where I live at home, how
Oh,
I have at
yeah.
home, where I have all my roommates and everything.
He has a
It's-
house of gamers, dude.
Yeah, I have a gamer house. I got 5 roommates. It's nuts here. But I think what like kind of inspires me to like go to work is like I don't care about money. That shit doesn't bother me as long as I have enough to pay the bills and everything. Like whatever. I'm more influenced to go to work than I am inspired to go to work. But what keeps me going and what I want to drive for is like just having fun. Having fun and being able to like have enough money to go out with my friends, to treat them for dinner, treat them to go to round one, just hang out and play games and just go ridiculous, get super drunk. Like like that's the kind of stuff that inspires me. I'm more inspired by the idea of a moment I can have with people that I care about than I am to want to go to work and just have a good standing with my boss, have a good standing with my coworkers, being able to do my job and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't inspire me in any way. Like
I feel like you're more influenced.
yeah, it's more of just like the world state as it is. Like honestly, maybe I shouldn't say that on stream. I'll say it another time. I'll say it in the after hours.
Okay.
But like, I would if I didn't have to have like social standing for my job. There's other ways to make money.
Oh, I get it. Feet pics.
Yeah. Feetfinder.com. Anyway, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the reason I have this job is because it's good enough. It like keeps my like social. It keeps the government off me. It keeps the social like standing of like people like, oh, what do you do? Like I can tell them without having to cringe.
Right.
But like, I don't give a fuck about it. I don't give a fuck about a job. I'd rather be unemployed, to be honest. It'd be so much better.
I can't.
Dude.
For me personally, I can't.
Well, no, I know, but like I used to have a really good job. I worked in an insurance company for a while. They downsized due to COVID. I was unemployed for 8 months.
I remember that. That's where I met. That's when I met you.
Yeah, that's when we met. Yeah. I had the best time of my life. Because before that, I was working since I was 15. I started in a daycare, 7 years there, started in the insurance company on foot level, making $12 an hour, worked my way up to IT, then worked my way up to operations management for overnight processing.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Oh, you're not that old.
He's not that.
I'm a little up there, though.
You're
only a couple years older than me.
You're 1 year older than me, I think. When's your birthday?
For perspective, should we all say
September?
our birthdays?
Yeah.
September 28th.
Okay.
Well, I meant like I should have said age.
Age? Well,
I'm 29.
I was established in '95, baby.
I was established.
yeah, right. You're the
I
biggest
love that.
surprises of all. What you mean?
Yeah. So what?
So,
Surprise,
Took that on
surprise, and I
95.
wasn't a girl.
95.
wait.
When you look up his Wikipedia page, it says under accidents, it says 95 born.
Oh well.
What about-
Anyway, I kind of we trailed off a little bit, but
Yeah. All right, Henry. Then, what would you say inspires you to keep doing the things you do?
My girlfriend. Yeah.
That's it. My girlfriend.
Yeah, my
It's
girlfriend.
valid, bro.
That's very valid. Yeah, I'm just laughing
She's-
because it's like the one thing.
All
My
right.
girlfriend.
I just need
She's
to know,
my-
and we got to be honest. Are you inspired by her for the life that you're trying to build with her and go forward and do all the things, or are you influenced by the puss?
No, I gotta turn this into school.
Hey, come on, it's a podcast. It's gotta be a little bit real.
This is for school, though. I would have said.
Has anybody stated like the descriptions out loud? Like the
Um,
actual
I
dictionary?
had them popped up on here. I'll read inspiration definition first, and then I'll do. So inspiration, the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. For example, Helen had one of her flashes of inspiration.
Helen Keller.
That bitch can't
Yeah,
see.
How'd she have a flash of inspiration? She can't
It's-
see.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut
And
up.
then for influence, it is the capacity to have an effect on the character development or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself. So the influence of television violence. Ooh, that's too deep. Like the news could influence you to like sway your way of thinking. Or like,
Well, yeah, if you
Which it does.
hmm
I've been watching like a lot of like police interrogations of people that killed people and stuff.
Oh
Oh, are you
yeah.
talking about
those-
J1 YouTube or whatever it is?
No, I've just been watching just a bunch of different YouTube videos from different
Oh, okay.
channels, and bro, after watching it, you kind of feel like
Oh no.
their motive's good, bro. Their motive's good.
Oh wait, are we going into politics? Because I actually have a pretty deep experience with it.
we
Well,
could-
I won't go into it too much.
Don't
but,
get
like,
too much. One second.
JCS Criminal
One
Psychology.
second.
That
One
YouTube
sec-
channel.
I
one-
didn't-
one
I
second.
didn't
One
know
second.
Let me see.
One second. My
Yeah.
PC's going kind of haywire.
Okay.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Oh
we're good.
yeah, I watch a lot of their videos now that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
That one's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I've seen the Wrath of Jody, Colonel Russell. Yeah, I've seen a lot of these.
So
But
like,
yeah, inspirational wise, for what inspires me or what influences me, I'd say my girlfriend does both.
Mhm.
Where I'm influenced to develop my character, change my behavior, for positive. As whatever my perspective is right now, it is positive. She inspires me to do things. She's really the reason I'm at school.
Mm.
But how does she inspire you?
Just
Do you want a better life with her, or you want?
yeah. Well, I want to be a better person. I want to be a better person for her.
Oh. You're not a bad
'Cause-
person though, bro. What you mean?
No, I don't think I've ever been, an inherently bad person. But everybody is a gray area. We all have our issues, our traits, and
She
but
brings
we're
you
not going to be
level-headed.
perfect. Yeah, and it's
So-
important for everybody to have, not someone, but definitely something in their life that's inspiring you to do better, so you can be influenced to be a better person.
So
Right.
she makes you want to be a better person so that you can be the person that you expect yourself to be for her, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, the way I would put it is she inspires me to be the best version of me that I want to be.
Oh.
The best version of
Um,
you. Yeah, there you go.
Because I
Yeah,
don't
okay.
want, it's not whatever vision that's, that I have for, it's never just some one concrete thing that you want to shift your whole person into. You're not going to be like, oh, my ideal is to become, Jackie Chan. Just as a reference, because we already
Yeah, I
said his
gotcha.
name.
Uh-huh.
I don't want not to say like Jackie Chan is an amazing person on paper. He's a great inspiration to me because he's so cool. But it's not like I'm gonna become Jackie Chan. I'm gonna become the best person of myself, my version,
Mhm.
and I'll use Jackie Chan's traits to influence that. My girlfriend has some amazing traits, and that inspires me to be a better person, which is an influence. Her inadvertently is influencing me.
Oh shit, that was kind of inspiring. Wait, I want to be a better
Why is my PC doing this?
Ver-
1 second.
version
One.
of myself. What the?
Why is my PC
Damn.
doing this?
That was well said. Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
It's
agree
not
with that,
messing
yeah.
up the recording, is it?
Give it a second.
You better hope not. That shit
yeah.
was gold right there.
No, it got that whole thing and then it started cutting out right as we started laughing. After you said, I feel inspired, bro. We should be good. I gotta figure out what this is. I'm just gonna run through my thing real quick and then we can either keep going or probably end it pretty soon if you guys gotta go.
I'm
Yeah,
having
for-
fun.
For me, like, what inspires me would be like, it sounds corny as hell. It's definitely my family. Like I want to prove that I.
But how is that corny? That's
not corny.
typical, bro.
Eh,
Yeah.
but it's typical. Yeah, that's why I say corny. Cause like, I felt like I fucked up so much in the past, and like, they inspired me to go to school, back to school, and like try and do something with my art, so that way I can actually like be a better person in a sense. You
Mhm.
know, and like all these artists that I like and like follow on Instagram, they inspire me to like keep doing certain styles or doing certain things. Like, there's an artist that for you guys ever heard of Doro?
The
Yeah,
Explorer.
yeah.
Yeah, the anime.
Oh no.
No, you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
CJ
Doro.
knows.
CJ knows. Okay, it's you should check it out. It's on Netflix. It's
I
an
never
anime.
watch it though.
The art style for the manga though. I think the artist's name is Q Hadashi. Let me see if I can find it so I make sure. Like, she inspires me for sure. Yeah, Hayashida.
Oh,
'Cause
the 3D animated garbage.
No. I'm talking about the manga.
Oh.
She has like what she does is she'll keep like the very roughed out sketches and just ink over them, and you can still see like the line work and everything. Still, it's so sick.
Oh, from her sketching it out.
Yes, I'll
Oh.
I'll save pictures and send you guys. Like, that kind of stuff
Well-
inspires me. Demon Slayer and like fucking anime in general. That's where I get like my emotional boost. You know, like, oh, I want to do this because this is something that fits me.
Oh, actually, to go on that same topic, I was never really into cooking before watching Soma Food Wars.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, it literally inspired me to cook, and now I swear to God, I'll fight any of you if you want to have a steak off.
When I come up to Jersey.
Yeah,
bro.
when you come, we'll have a steak off, bro.
And then like for my influences, like the things that I kind of like grew up with, like our godmother's an artist. Let me actually go to her website. It's called Rita Maria Gallery. I don't even know. Has she updated that in God knows how long? She does like a lot of like abstractive art. And she's the one that basically got me into being an artist, in a sense. You know what I mean? Growing up and seeing her art and all her artwork influenced me to want to follow my dream in art. Do you get what I'm saying?
You got Diaz blood running through you, bro. Every Diaz is an
Like,
artist.
that type of shit. I grew up with gaming and anime, and like that inspired like me as a personality, or like my personality, I would have to say would be closer to like these guys I watch on YouTube for like most of my life called Super Best Friends Play. Like dude,
Yeah, okay.
don't they split up sadly, but like they were funny. That's how I got into like a lot of the like series that I'm into, like the way I talk, and I believe like some of my mannerisms come from that because I was influenced by theirs.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So
Yeah, mine was Game Grumps. I grew up with Game Grumps. I love the Game Grumps, bro.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of like my thing between influence and inspiration.
I've been watching a lot of Wendigoon.
What's that?
Have you watched him on YouTube?
No, I have not.
He's really cool. I like his stuff. He talked about Junji Ito's what was it? He did a illustration for a book called No Longer Human.
Oh, that one's good.
Yeah. You know the Junji Ito I'm talking about?
I
that
think
one?
so. What's it called?
That
again?
one's crazy.
I'm
No
gonna look it
Longer
up.
Human. I think the Japanese name is human rejected human. Something like that.
Yeah, here it is. Oh, interesting. I think
Well, yeah,
I've read this one.
That book is super interesting if you haven't heard anything about it.
Was
Junji
it a
Ito did
manga
a
or
really
book
good.
book?
It's
a book
manga.
book.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
Okay, then I didn't read it.
I think yeah, it's a book. But Junji Ito made it into a manga because he illustrated it.
Mm.
I go into a manga. Okay.
Oh yeah, that one's really cool. The art for it is insane, and the story behind it is at points it's like it feels human,
Mhm.
but at other points it's just kind of disturbing how much lack of just humanity is in the book.
Right.
But I won't spoil it or give anything away, but it's a really interesting book. The writer is really interesting behind it. And Junji Ito, to finish up my point, he inspires my idea of horror,
Oh yeah.
or influences my idea of horror because of his almost, I don't even know what to call it. It's a style of its own.
He
It
sorry. You go ahead.
No, you're good. Hit me with it.
Because like I've read that he likes to keep things still kind of in the quote unquote cartoonish or anime-ish, or but he likes to have very realistic facial features.
Yeah.
And like very like when he thinks of his horror, he's like, what would a real life face look like, or a real life body look like if it got twisted or contorted into this creature?
Well, going off the topic of anime, I think we should go around and say what's the most influential, or most inspiring and influential anime that was like affected how our lives are.
CG, you go first.
Darling in the Franks, 'cause you're too bad.
I know you're gonna go there.
Oh
No, I seriously thought you were gonna say something else.
Oh no. Like an anime that inspired me?
Yeah.
Is there any anime that inspired you, and or any anime that influenced you on like how your life is now?
Don't say no, because I legit could think of a couple.
I ain't no superhero, bro.
Bro, no, not my hero. Jesus.
Your
I
left
was talking about
bicep.
like Dragon Ball Z.
What's on your left bicep?
Oh yeah, his left
Akira?
bicep.
That's because gang.
Not just not just that, the other stuff too. You got he has a tattoo of the human transmutation
Full Metal
circle from
Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist. I thought you had another one. I thought you did. Oh no, that was just never mind.
I did like an Inugami, but I didn't do it like anime.
Yeah.
Trendy.
So you don't have anything to say about those animes? You put it on your body.
They're cool animes. They look cool.
Did you get inspired by their art or by their story? You got inspired enough to influence you to put a tattoo on yourself.
So like, what's the main reason that you put
I'm a
those
guy that
tattoos
walks
on?
in and puts what the heck? 90% of my tattoos are I think that looks cool. Put that on me.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
They don't need to be a deep meaning behind it. All it needs to be is just.
Yeah. Well, this one was gang because they're a gang on Akira, but only 2 of us got it. But
Yeah.
still, it influenced me enough to get it.
Yeah, I feel like that's all you really need to
Yeah.
be inspired and then influence it. Just because I'm inspired by Junji Ito's, I'm like, what? Like, could I get? Because I think about getting a Junji Ito tattoo all the time because I'm like that thing's cool,
Right.
and that's an influence.
Yeah, but I think he's just more influenced by it. I don't think he was really inspired to get it. He liked it, and he was like, "Yeah, cool." They put it on my body. I don't think it really inspired him, though.
He was just
There is there is.
I don't know. Maybe the only person that would like an anime that would inspire me actually is Joel. What's one with Thorfinn?
it's Finland Saga. Vinland Saga.
Vinland
I
Saga.
just started watching that today.
Yeah,
Really?
Vinland Saga's flame because you get to see how Thorfinn basically he's emotionally beat the hell up at a young age, and you just see him trying to grow into a man, and that's how I be feeling sometimes. Sometimes I be feeling beat up, just trying to be a man out here, you know?
Yeah, I can feel that.
Well, let's just say a person because, saying man or woman, because we all have that difficulty in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, somebody that like really, I wouldn't even say inspires. I would say influences, like how I go through life. For my favorite anime, Fairy Tail.
Oh my God, you're
Yeah.
like fairy. Where you going?
Exactly, dude.
Yep.
Natsu reminds me of me like to a T. Hot-headed, incredibly like doesn't overthink anything, doesn't even think about anything, just like do first, ask questions later.
Oh my God, that
Fucking-
is you.
Yeah, shove it down their throats.
Shove it down their throats.
Go it. Oh wait, I don't have enough to do what my thing is. All right, brute force. Let's just break the building and we get the task done.
Basically.
Like, he reminds me of me so much, and like it just like puts it in perspective because it feels like I'm watching like a separate version of myself do some stupid shit, and it kind of makes me like think back on myself of like, all right, maybe I should take a step back on like some of the shit that I'm doing, and just like work on the situation as it is instead of just going full throttle all the time. But like for most video games and stuff, I personify myself as Natsu. Go in, get the job done, shove it down the throats, easy, win.
Okay, interesting.
Are you saying that's the anime that inspires you, Fairy Tail?
Yeah,
Definitely.
Fairy Tail.
Specifically Natsu.
Yeah.
Specifically Natsu. Gray's cool too, but fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Mm.
Man, for me, animes that inspired me. Shit, I'm trying to think now. It'd be between. I would have to say it'd be this one called Blood Blockade Battlefront, or like the Japanese title for it is Kekai Sensen.
Yeah. You've been telling about
For
You've been telling me
years.
about that for 4 years, maybe more. Probably.
It is.
I always forget to watch it.
It is so underrated. It is really good, and I feel like it's inspiring the way all the characters are like. They get annoyed with each other and they just talk shit to each other and all this stuff, but they're still able to like work together and be close and united in a sense, you know? And I feel more like influenced by Leonardo, the main character, because he's such a different breed compared to the rest of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like
So
the way
he-
the story goes, it kind of sounds like they're a family, and like because that's what like really inspires you is family, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
but
they're
kind
their own
of-
kind of family how they work.
kind of in certain senses. But it's more because they're all like working for an agency, quote unquote, and trying to fight the supernatural. So everyone in this thing is like a super badass. They all have these cool ass abilities, and then Leonardo just has these magical eyes. But he's such a like scaredy cat, and like sits back and like kind of watches from the side, or not even that. It's hard to explain Leonardo because he's the main character.
Yeah, but he basically, besides those eyes, he's got no superpowers.
he's
or
just
nothing. He's
ordinary.
a person. He's just a dude with special eyes.
Yes, and they make that a point in the series, but it's not that he's not special. Like they kind of explained it too near the end of the first season. It's just like everyone's special in their own way, and I don't know. I feel like I can relate to him a lot.
So what is the part of it that really resonates with you then?
What do you mean of the character himself?
Yeah.
Kind of just like his personality, because he's very kind of kind. Am I kind? I think I am.
Dude,
My roommate.
you're
don't
very
think so.
kind.
Like kind. He can kind of be shy around certain people, but when he like has to go and talk to someone, he actually like has he's an actual normal person, which whenever I try to like talk to someone that I don't know, I feel like a different person kind of thing. I don't know, it's weird. It's hard
I
to
kind of get
explain.
what you're saying. It's like the social anxiety where you try and put yourself to be a different person that you would expect, or
Yes.
that you think that other people would expect you to be.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I got that.
That's
But don't
kinda-
worry. Either way, you're doing a great job. My girlfriend has the same kind of thing. She's super social anxious, but she loves you, bro. She can't wait to meet you.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to see everyone for sure.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna hang at the bars, play some pool.
But yeah, that's how I feel like I can resonate with Leonardo, because he's just a kind, quiet person, and that's how I am. What about you, Henry?
I've been sweating. I was like, oh,
You're the one that asked the question.
what are you
Teacher
spelling?
called on me. Let's go.
I can't even spell anime right now.
You better pick Bakugo.
No. I got my lineup. So one of a big influence on me, I would say, is Noragami. I like that
Oh.
anime a lot.
I would
There's so
really.
many. There's so many that I could talk about, but a really big one for me was there's a character called Yuki
Yuki.
um
Oh, the
or
little blonde.
Yukine.
Yukine
Yo,
Kaji.
you got it.
That's the
You
story,
got
right?
it.
Yes.
Yeah. So his character, there's a whole arc, and I'm not gonna give plot away, but he's just not always, he's selfish, and it affects other people. And Yato is the opposite of that. Um, Even though he might not seem like it, but it goes. The plot shows it, and you gotta watch the anime to understand what I'm talking about. But
Yeah,
Right.
it's a good anime.
it's the
Anime?
idea, Noragami. That one's good.
Yeah.
That one's the underrated one. I feel like. I like how I said the anime, and he ran out.
He's going to watch it right now. He's gonna go chug the anime right now.
I think he probably heard something with this kid or something. That's why.
Yeah. No, but it was but yeah, Yukini is opposite of Yato, but at the end of one of the seasons, they kind of learn that they have to shift their personalities.
Mm.
And so Yukini has to become more like Yato. And that was something that inspired me.
Mm.
You know,
Character development.
it inspires me. It makes me want to be a better person. I don't know if it actually influenced me to be a better person, because I don't know if any.
I think
Oh.
I would say what it does, even though you're
Mhm.
already a good person, but like, it's just it adds to it. You know what I mean?
It just really resonated with me.
Right.
That's the best way I can say it. And to that extent, I don't know if I could say that it influenced me. But, maybe it did. Maybe it did. Maybe it's in my subconscious or,
That's
whatever.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that it's influenced you, and based on like what we've defined
It
as what
definitely
you
inspired me.
Yeah, that's what I was actually gonna get to, is because not only did it influence you, but it actually brought something to resonate with you so much that you're able to like discuss it and like bring up the points on it. I would say that would be an inspiration that came up to you.
See, and that's why everyone has different definitions of inspiration.
Yeah. Wow, this is such a good. Who's your teacher?
His name is Royal. I can't pronounce his last name. He or they them they are they're badass. They're a badass person, super laid back.
E-Dog really just got you that A with that shout out.
Well, no, dude, I was just thinking about it. I was like, oh, what a crazy question. What a crazy topic to bring up.
As
'Cause
much as
I
like...
literally never started thinking about this till like an hour before this podcast when I asked you what the topic was, so I could like think of it. It really brought me to like, I don't know, it really made me self-reflect.
It's
It
kinda
was really
thing.
weird. Like,
See-
I'm really uncomfortable right now with how much reflection I've had on myself. And
Well,
honestly, I feel like an asshole.
no, you're good. It's funny though, because like I don't even think they came up with the assignment. They just got the assignment from whoever runs the writing portion of the school. Is just like, here you go.
You're gonna
So,
say
you-
Pinterest.
You
No,
tell
they
them
pick-
they're
they pick
awesome.
their own.
What'd you say?
Jesus, holy.
But yeah. Anyone got any last things they want to add to the subject?
Ting ting.
I guess I got to. It's water, don't worry.
Yeah, mine's water too. It's Corona.
Mine is literally water.
Yeah, I don't know
Do
if
you have
there's
any closing
anything.
statements?
Closing statements, yep. Well, this is going to be part 0, or episode 0, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm calling it Glitchcast because that's my kind of thing.
I like that.
I don't know, even though this is an assignment, maybe I'll do another one in the future.
Oh,
Like-
we're gonna do another one?
No, I was saying maybe. Maybe.
I'm down.
You're down.
I actually had a lot of fun. This was interesting. I like
It's-
this kind of topic.
Gets your mind thinking. I'll invite more people and stuff too. I think I'll do Connor and Mason next.
That'd be good.
Dude.
Yeah. So, I'm Joel, aka Senti. A-Dog Anthony.
Hello. Goodbye.
Yep. Edgelord CJ.
Gang, gang.
And Hank99 Henry.
That's correct. That sounds good.
All right, bet. I'm ending it here. Goodbye, everybody.